Hey there, it's Jen, and I'm so excited to show you the brand new collection from Pink Paislee and Paige Evans called Pick Me Up. I wanted to show it to you before I break into it because you'll see a couple of process videos in the next few weeks coming up with me creating layouts using these products. So let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to show you the papers first, and then I'll get into it. Now, I believe there's a 6x6 or a 6x8 and a 12x12 paper pad, but I don't have those, so just keep that in mind, and let's go ahead and look through these. So first we have this one. This is paper number 1, and you can see I'm gonna actually put the papers aside so I can pull these up and show you. We've got lots of cut aparts here. They're all 3x4, and then we've got some strips and then some smaller pieces on the bottom, although you could use that as a strip too. So you can see the cute little icons on here. You've got that thing, we make a perfect pair. I absolutely, positively, without a doubt, truly, surely, 100% definitely love you. That's so cute. And this cute floral motif that you'll see throughout the collection. And I love the rainbow hearts as well. The back of that paper is kind of like an ombre honeycomb, and the honeycomb has like a dot in the center of it. They almost look like sequins, actually. And then we've got that cute border on the bottom of those rainbow hearts again. Okay, number 2 might be my favorite paper in the collection. It's this one. I love the way these flowers look. They're kind of messy and simple, and they're on this rich blue background, which I love. I'll probably end up cutting some of these out, but I really, really love the way that this looks. And there's like kind of this purpley pink color, which I've been loving lately, some kind of reddish and coral colors, blues, greens, really pretty. And then the back is also gorgeous. It has a polka dot, but you can see the dots are bigger at the bottom and smaller at the top. And they're a little bit kind of jagged on the edges, like they were painted or something. And then the background also has a little bit of texture kind of like scratched into it. You can see little white spots. So really, really pretty. The next paper, number 3, has these sweet little bows all over it, and I don't know if you're going to be able to tell or if the camera will pick it up, but it looks like there was a light mist of blue spray ink in the background, and I just really don't know if it's going to pick that up. So it's not a completely white background. It's got some really light blue spray mist kind of going on in the background, and then the back is this nice plus sign that they look hand painted as well, and then a row of bows at the bottom. So these are the same bows that are on the other side. You can see that these papers, the backs of them are mostly like tonal or single color, which is kind of nice. Then we've got this like boba tea kind of drink page, all different colors from the collection on a bright pink. This is number 4. And then this glorious paper on the background, which I absolutely love. It has blue going up to kind of an aqua color. I just absolutely love this paper so much. This next one is another favorite. This is number 5. And this is like little swatches of paint color with circles all over it, like dots. And you can see the dots are somewhat transparent, so you can see through to the other color beneath it. So here you can see the blue there, and you can see a little bit of pink showing through up here. And I just think this is the coolest paper. I love it so much. I can't wait to, I don't know how I'm going to use it, but I really just like the way it looks. And then the back of it is kind of this pink on pink piece that the little colors look like they're stitched together. And then it's got a little bit of texture to it, if you can see kind of the white texture that's on that, like it was sanded almost. And then the border strip is from the front, but you can see how pretty it looks when you just use a little strip of it. So that would be interesting to cut this into strips and just have a few of those colors going across. I think it's really pretty. But again, you see how all of the backs of these are kind of tonal. So that's really cool. Next we have the paper number 6, and these are all triangles. And again, there's a splatter in the background. I'm gonna see if the camera will pick that up a little bit. I think it's a little easier with this one because it's colorful. So it's kind of all of the colors of the kit splattered in the background as a fine mist, kind of. And then all of the triangles on the front, of course. And then on the back, we've got this pretty kind of peachy color with scattered polka dots. Really cute. All right, next we have this one, which is paper number 7, and these are little lemons. Again, I think a lot of the papers in this collection have this kind of distressing in the background, which I think is pretty, but it's not on the top layer, so it looks like the lemons are sitting on top of that distressing, if that makes sense. And then the back is this nice yellow pattern. It's kind of like a crisscross diamond. And then the border strip is the same as the front. Okay. Next we have this one, which I think is so cute, and I have some emoji texts from my daughter that I think would be fun to use with this. But basically it's a bunch of emojis and there's little speech bubbles. I like how the speech bubbles are just, it's different than a regular speech bubble where you'd have the little tail here, but it's just off to the side a little bit. I think that's kind of cute. And then you have some smaller ones. So these would be really fun to cut out. And they say stuff like, so fun, keep going, awesome, turn it up, smile, flawless. Just fun little icons there. And then the back of it is this kind of pink floral with some blue leaves and some blue flowers in there as well. So that's pretty. So this one's a little bit less tonal than the rest of the papers that are on the backs, but still fun. Next, we have paper number 8, and this one's fun. This one is kind of like just all kinds of different women. So the woman who's working out, the woman who's walking her dog, the woman who's like on her cell phone, looks like she's a businesswoman, the woman walking her baby, the woman who's pregnant, the woman who's running, the woman who's riding her bike, the woman who's shopping, all sorts of different women on here, which I think is kind of a fun idea. And you could cut these out and use them individually. These would be fun to use on a card, like if you know a friend that matches one of these kind of women, you could put that on a card. I think that would be fun. And then the back has got these little half circles. Half of it is peach and then half of it is another bright color from the kit. So I love that side. Next we have the classic page paper, which is all of the squares, and these are all the patterns from the collection in a grid. And you can see that there's a couple of them repeated, which is kind of nice. And then this cute little heart, I love that pattern. So this is just a bunch of patterns, great to punch things out from. I think this is also great to cut a strip of them and use it as a bright border for a quilted look or something like that. So that's paper number 10. And then the back has got this kind of little tiny floral going on with some blue, kind of that reddish coral color, the light peach, and the light pink. And then the bottom, you can see that there's just a strip of those different colors. So again, this gives me the idea to cut these into smaller strips, and I think that would look cool too. So there's that one. Number 11 is another favorite. I love these overlapping hearts, and you can see that they're a little bit translucent, so where they overlap the other color, you get a nice little color change in between them, and I really like that. And there's a little bit of brown in this kit, which kind of reminds me of just copper, so I'm okay with it, but I'm usually not a huge fan of brown, but I think it works here. And then the back has got this nice kind of swatches of color going from red to that coral to the pink, which is really pretty. And then you can see on the bottom here, we've got a scalloped edge with all of those hearts. So you could cut the top of the hearts to create a scallop, which I think is an interesting look. So again, I'm looking at these border strips to help me get new ideas, which I think is kind of cool. Okay, here's paper number 12. So this is just border strips basically. So we have the days of the week, we have a measuring tape. This has little letters in it. I don't know if you can see that in the grid. It says A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So there's all the letters. This has the days of the month. This has a date, and then you could journal on this. So that would be a nice little thing to cut out for journaling. Another ruler. This one says numbers 1 through 12, which I love that tall font and the pink on pink. This one looks like another ruler and grid, another ruler, another bit of a ruler. This one's kind of a list thing. If you're a planner girl, this would be a fun thing to get for your planner, I think. But I like this little bullet list thing, and then there's the days of the week again here. And then on the back, we've got this nice kind of color swatched painty piece, which I absolutely love. And then we got the days of the week on the bottom again. So there we go. Now let's take a look at paper number 13. So I think I'm going to move these over just a little bit, like that, so I have more room on my table. And this one is another one that is a fun one to cut out. So this has all kinds of like banners with titles on it. These would be great titles for layouts or to use as subtitles. And they say stuff like, life is always better together, my most favorite moment, this is the life, yes, thanks, positively please. So some of these would be great for cards, and some of them would be great for layouts. Follow the feeling, happy, nice, girl, you got this. And then the back is this kind of viney looking blue pattern on kind of a teal color. I'm going to put that down here. Next, this is another favorite. We have this print, which is a bunch of brightly colored butterflies on a dark blue. I love the color on the dark blue, and I would likely cut these out and use them rather than use this as a whole piece, but I think it would be pretty to use a strip because then you get that nice contrast of the blue, which I think is nice. So bright colorful front, and then the back has got swatches of color in different shades of blue and green. Really pretty there. I like how much there's a lot of pink and there's a lot of blue in here, so these pages, these papers can be used for anything. Okay, here's another like circle, painty circle kind of thing, and each one has a little bit of a stitch mark on them, so you could stitch those so it looks like that. I know Paige does that a lot where they're stitching on the paper, then she'll go ahead and stitch with real thread, and I think that's a fun look. And then the back has got this blue grid, and it fades. It's dark down at the bottom and lighter at the top. Hope you can see that. Okay, the next one's really pretty. So this one is a stripe, but on the stripes there are little floral, there's a little floral pattern on each one. So it's the same pattern on each stripe, but they're done tonally, so they match this color stripe behind them. So it's very subtle while also having a lot of detail, which I like. And then the back is a heart pattern, and again this fades from dark to light, which is nice. And you can see the hearts are kind of scattered. They're not all up and down, which I also like. It's a little bit different. Number 17 is this paper, which is all kind of the purples and reds and pinks, and it has some of those butterflies and florals, the same kind of motifs that you see throughout the collection, but just in different sizes and different colors. So that's really pretty. And then the back of it, I love a good text print, so this is a good one, and it says stuff like, it's okay not to do it all, yes, it's cool, let's be more adventurous, be bold, let it go, be grateful, you are so strong, you're killing it, good job mom, thanks, I'm good, follow your instincts. I like this is kind of like girl empowerment a little bit, you know. So it's uplifting and stuff like that, and it does fade a little bit, so it's a little bit lighter here down in the corner than it is in this top corner. Next we have paper number 18, which are these watermelons on a bright blue background. And then there's these little kind of like plus signs or floral motifs thrown in between the watermelons. And then the back side has that same kind of motif on that kind of chartreuse color. It's a yellowy green. You either love this color or you hate it, and I love it, so I'm glad it's here. Next we have number 19. This is the frame paper, which is so fun. I love papers like this. You can cut out the centers of them and pop a photo behind it, or you can cut these out individually and use them on a different kind of layout. I think that they're really great for a journaling spot or anything like that. So that's paper 19. And then the back of it has these kind of stripes with banner shapes cut into them and bright colors. So it's mostly pink, but then there's some bright colors thrown in. Then, this is another fun stitching one. We've got this one. This is paper number 20. So there's all the different colors in the kit with contrasting thread on top of it. And again, this is just printed on the paper, but you could stitch it if you wanted to with real thread. And I think it would look really cool. And then the back, I always love a good paper like this. This is just a nice notebook paper. It's plain, it's great for a background. This is something that I would absolutely love. And as much as I love the stripes on the other side, I'm more likely to use this as a background just because that's the kind of thing I like to use for a background if I'm not using white cardstock. This is another one that would be fun to stitch on. It's got all different colors kind of mashed up together, different shapes. I love these kind of papers. They're fun, and they're really fun to use as a border on another page. So let me see if I can, because then you get a lot of different colors and interesting shapes without it being overpowering, because as a border you see less of it, so I like that look. And then the back of it is this would also be a great border, but these are all just different swatches of color, and they're more deep. There's no white on this paper like there is on the other side. So again, I think this would be a great border. You can see all the swatches of color around the edges if you were to do something like that, so I like it. Next we have this one, which is kind of a painty looking, you can see the brush strokes here, aqua or teal color, and then you've got these little sailboats on it. I just got back from a cruise, and so I have lots of beautiful pictures that I think this would look gorgeous with, and so maybe I'll end up using it for that. And then the back of it has kind of this peachy color, and it almost looks like X's and O's, but it's just like crosses and diamonds kind of in stripes. It's a really interesting pattern. I haven't seen a pattern like that before. Next one I love. This is number 23. And this is a nice floral with kind of this crane in the background. I love the colors here. These are my colors: yellow, pink, teal. I love them. So this is really pretty. And I would be tempted to fussy cut a lot of this paper probably. And then the other side is also gorgeous, which makes me sad. Like, I hate it when there's a beautiful side and then both sides are beautiful, because it's just hard. But this is a gorgeous paper that fades from like that pinky purple color all the way up to a lighter pink, and it's beautiful. And then, last but not least, this is paper number 24, and again, this has swatches of color in kind of the pinks and reds and purples. And then the back of it is this kind of t-shirt paper with all sorts of different shirts that say things like Okie Dokie, Coolio, Bonjour, Boss Babe, Good Vibes Only, 100%, Stay Golden, Blessed, Mama. There's a little radio on that one. They're just cute. I'm not exactly sure how I would use this paper, but maybe I will challenge myself to do it because I think it's fun. Okay, and then there are also two specialty papers for this collection. This is the first, which is an acetate sheet. So it's on a white piece of cardstock here in the package, but when you pull it out, this is just all transparent. So you could lay it over another pattern and it would look really fun and pretty. Or you could cut these out if you wanted to and use them on a layout. I think that would be fun too. So that's one of the specialty papers. Excuse me. Then we have this one, which is Vellum. So Vellum is semi-transparent, right? Not as transparent as a transparency or an acetate page, but and these are all just different things you could cut out to use as titles, or you could put on cards, things like that. Happy, healthy, and hip. Don't overthink. Let's root for each other and watch each other grow. This is the life. Hi, busy but blessed. Dreams don't work unless you do. This is my jam. Follow your enthusiasm. So just kind of all like, it's a pick-me-up, right? It's lifting your spirits. So that makes total sense to me. All right, now let's go into some of the embellishments. And first of all, I'm going to show you the Pick Me Up washi tape booklet. So there are 3 sheets in here, and there's 24 different patterns of washi tape. So we have, I'm going to flip open this because this is the little protective cover. I like washi tape booklets because you get a little tasting of a bunch of different washi's, but not a whole roll, and I know that we all have a million rolls of washi tape in our stash, and I do love rolls of washi tape, but this is fun to get a little sampling. So we've got some gold foil detail on here, as you can see, and we've got the rainbow hearts, the triangles, the leaves. These are the moms or the women doing different things. We've got a stripe here. Then these are women in the pool, which is fun. And we've got that floral pattern, which I love, and the split circles, and half of them are gold and the other half is a color. So that's the first page. The second page has a row of butterflies, and you could fussy cut these out, and that would be really nice because the back of it's just transparent. We've got some words: yeah, family, wonderful, blessed, love, pick me up, hello, beautiful. We've got some buttons. This gold foil on teal with the flowers, and then these are like women doing yoga. This one is actually cut into a scallop shape, so this is just a gold foil scallop. And I would be tempted to use both, like the negative part of this as well as the inside part of the shape. And then we've got that floral motif and then the stripes on the bottom. And then lastly, we have another floral pattern up here at the top. We've got some gold polka dots on that salmon color. Those butterflies that are on that paper I love. We've got a peach and gold striped pattern there. We've got little watermelons, the heart or the bows. Again, you could cut those out and use them individually. This is just a strip of solid gold, which is fun. And then we've got this kind of pink and purple striped pattern as well. So that is the washi booklet. Trying to put it somewhere where it doesn't glare too much. Okay, let's look at the rub-ons. So the rub-ons come with 2 sheets, and they're nice and bright. You can see the picture on the back, and it comes with a little craft stick for you to rub them on with, but I'm going to go ahead and pull them out so I can show you a little bit better. Oops. And these are, again, all of the same kind of motifs that you're seeing throughout the collection. Oh my goodness, I can't get it out of the package. There we go. Okay, so we've got some of the florals. I kind of want to show you both pages at the same time. So you can see we've got a variety of florals in different sizes. So here's some larger ones, and then we've got some individual flowers, and then some little tiny ones that you could scatter around. We've got a few buttons in different sizes that you could scatter around as well, stitch marks, some of the motifs in the collection like the butterfly, the birds, the lemon, that kind of thing, and then a bunch of words as well, which is super fun. So I like those. I love every little thing about you. That's really cute. I love the paint swashes, and it's fun to put that on top of something because it has that transparent look because it's a rub-on, and so it gives it an even more painty feel, I feel like. Okay, so those are the rub-ons. Then, I can't decide what to show you next. Let's look at the puffy stickers, I guess. So these are the puffy stickers. I love puffy stickers. These are so soft and pretty. And we've got, again, some of the motifs throughout the collection. So we've got a few cameras. We've got that pretty crane, some floral pieces, some stars and hearts, a little banner that says pick me up, some of those little drinks, and just a bunch of different cute little things. I like this little okay and thumbs up. Those are cute. Okay, so those are the puffy stickers. Then the haberdashery set is one that has buttons, sequins, and these little epoxy tags in it. And so we've got some umbrellas, flowers, stars and hearts in the buttons. And in the sequins we have butterflies and regular sequins and flowers. And then for the epoxy shapes, there's all different ones. So there's a heart here that doesn't have a tag in it, but the rest of them do. And they have different patterns from the collection on them. So those are really fun. And let's see. We also have a stamp set, which Paige used recently and stamped all different colors with this, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So if you can see, the stamps have part of it's solid, and then part of it is a tiny polka dot. So you could color that in, or you could just leave it blank, and I just think they're really pretty. I can't wait to use these on a layout. Let's look at the 2x2 paper pads. So as you probably know, Paige loves punching things out of little papers, and that's why there's always one of those 4x4 papers that you can punch, or those papers with the 2x2 squares that you can punch out. But she's also given us these little paper pads, and they're called Swatch Books. So you've got pattern swatches and you've got phrases. I'll show you the pattern swatches first. So these are like little pieces from the collection, but they're shrunken down so that they are more easy to use. Oh, maybe they're not. This one looks almost the same size. Anyway, but we've got these little 2x2 pieces, and they're extra thick, which is really nice. So we've got the stripes, we've got the yellow pattern. It's hard to flip through these. See, that's definitely shrunken down. The bows, all of the different patterns in the collection, and I believe they repeat twice. Let's see. Ooh, that's cute. Yeah, see, that's the whole paper almost cut down. So these are fun to use for different shapes, or like to punch out, or if you want to back a cut file, that's a really fun thing to do as well. Yeah, and then it starts over. So there's 2 of each in there. And let's look at the phrases. So this is a fun one to use for titles or subtitles or just anything. Blue skies are coming your way. Again, really thick. Cheers. You're my favorite pick-me-up. It's your day with a place for the date. Busy but blessed. Get it, girl. Okay. Thank you so very, 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 very much. This is the life. Hello. Love it. Bon voyage. Miss you more. Thanks. Way to go. You got this. And then it starts over again. Okay, so those are the swatch books. Okay, and then there are 3 sets of thickers for this collection, and I have misplaced 2 of them. So I'm just going to show you the one set, which is the foam alphabet, which everybody has been loving. Sorry, I'm just grabbing it here. And this is what it looks like. So it's little letter stickers. I love how many there are. I love the size. I love the font, just simple to use. So we've got white on one side, and then on the other side we have navy blue. And all the color behind it is the packaging. So let me show you. I'm going to pull them out a little bit so you can see that. So the actual letters look like this, right? And like this. But how cool would it be to use the packaging? It's double-sided, and it's got this really cool pattern that matches the colors in the kit. So I absolutely love that. And you don't see a lot of navy blue in the industry lately, it seems like. And so I'm really happy to have that in there as well. So those are the letter thickers, one of the sets of letter thickers. There's another larger one, and then there's also a set of chipboard thickers that are just different shapes. And I'll insert photos here because I just, like I said, I misplaced them and I don't know where they are. I also misplaced my 6x12 sticker sheet, so I'll insert a photo of that as well. I just don't know where I put those, so hopefully I find them soon because I want to use them. Okay, let me show you next the journaling spots. So she always does journaling spots, and this one's fun because it has a lot of little pieces as well as larger journaling spots, and some of these pieces could be just used for embellishment. I tend to do my journaling directly on the page or on like my typewriter or something, and so I don't often use journaling spots, but what I love about these is that they're easy to just add as a layer or as an like an embellishment, and you don't have to use them for journaling, but you totally can. So let me just show you these pieces here, and I'll just quickly show you what they are. So we have a bunch of these little tabs, and you can see this little piece across it. That's like a painted little stripe. So those are cute, and that would be fun to stamp just like a date on or something. We've got some of these pieces that fold in half, so it's like a little banner. You could use it like that and sandwich it between something and use it as a banner so you could see both sides, especially if you're doing a mini album or something like that. Or you could just leave it open as an interesting shape. I like that. We've got Storytime, so that's more of a journaling prompt, right? And there's gold foil all throughout this. This one says The Sweet Life, Remember, and I love the paint lines. So there's a bunch of 2x2 ones. Big Ideas. Then this one says Goals with the paint lines again. This one's like a Polaroid. Very cute. You could put photos inside these too. That one says Extraordinary. We've got two that are just those painted stripes, so you could write on every other line if you wanted to. This one is a frame with the gold foil. This one kind of looks like a bit of a cloud or something. It's like a bubbly shape, as well as this one, so those are the same. And then we've got this one that's in the shape of fruit here, and got the gold foil journaling lines. This one says Get It Girl with that little crane. Slice of the Good Life, so this is a tag. You can punch out that hole right there, and then you could write on the lines above and below, or you could just use this as a tag. So that's what I like. And then we've got a banner. This one that looks like it came out of a Rolodex, so you could stamp the date here and write something here and then fill in journaling there, or you could just use it as a layer for embellishing, which I love. There's a watermelon. That's fun with lines on it. We've got a square with florals on the corners, and it's got a dot grid in the center. This one says Notes, and then there's kind of like, you could do a bulleted list because it's got hearts all down the side, or you could just write on it. This would be great to be poking out of some layers too, so if you wanted to cut this part off and use this as a journaling spot and then this as like a layer, that would be nice. And then we've got this one that kind of looks like a ticket, and it's got gold foil and then again the dot grid. So those are the journaling spots. Lastly, let's take a look at the ephemera. And ephemera is almost always my favorite part of a collection. It's so cute, it's so fun. And if I can get it open, I will show you. Let me use my scissors here real quick. While I'm opening this, I wanted to mention also that I have the Confetti Wishes collection as well, which I will have an unboxing video of on my YouTube channel too, so be sure to look for that. And as I mentioned, I'll have a couple videos using this collection in the near future. Oh my goodness, if I can open this. All right, there we go. So, these are the die cuts. We have florals with gold foil. This is a frame and a floral, so you can see that they've nested them together so you can get more. And I would even use probably, so you just poke this out, but I think you could probably use this somehow too. Layers would be great. You've got this, Fun Stuff Happens. This is where the fun stuff happens. This one is like a little title, You Make Me Feel Happy. So there's that frame. Here's a crane with the gold. Marvelous. More florals. I love florals, so I'm glad when there's a lot included. That one has a little bow at the bottom. More florals. Some sandals. A bow. Butterfly. Wonderful. Love the rainbow effect there. A heart with the watermelons. More floral. More bow. This one says, I'm doing this for me. Some hearts on the heart. This is a camera with a cute little strap. There's a swimsuit with the watermelons on it. Busy but blessed. A sailboat. Very cute. Celebrate. I love these speech bubbles. They're an interesting shape. Love it. LOL. Haha. We've got another frame, and this is the center of that frame. This is a shirt with the florals on it. We've got the stripes, and it says, my very favorite days are those spent with you. You are beautiful. Ones like this are great to put on the front of a card. All you really have to do is stick this on the front, and it's good to go. Extraordinary. You're my favorite pick-me-up in that purple with the gold foil. Another one of those butterflies, again with the gold foil. Friday Night Fun. This one's a tag. This is the center of a frame. Let's see, we've got laughter, and then this is two frames. So there's the center of that one. We've got the little butterflies here, and then we've got the center of this one, and then that one's just kind of the different pinks and purples. So those are the die cuts. So that is the new Pink Paislee Pick Me Up collection from Paige Evans. Again, I will be creating things with this kit later this month, so watch for that if you want to see what kind of things that you can create using these gorgeous papers. Let me know what your favorite thing is in the comments below. I'm interested always to hear what people's favorite part of a collection is. I always love the pattern paper and the ephemera. Those are kind of my two things. If there are puffy stickers, I'm all over that, and foam thickers of course too, but I like it all, but those are my jam. So let me know what your jam is in the comments section below. And like I said, watch out for the Confetti Wishes unboxing collection. It is a birthday collection, but I think you'll find it way more versatile than birthday. And watch for more videos from me soon. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.